Howdy, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where the tea is piping hot and we're always ready to spill. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with coffee in a mug that features the outline of the state of Michigan.
Okay.
That's interesting.
That's all.
I am Brandon. I have no cup with me because where I'm filming, I am not at my actual house. I'm out of town in New York because it's New York Pride was this weekend, as of recording. I just have water. Hydration, important.
And I'm Eris, your punk rock hairy fairy all the way from York. This week, drinking, it's an empty latte that I already had because I made it a while before filming. And as I believe the legendary icon Cilla Black once famously said, "Just an all-star, ladies and gentlemen."
Yes. We are back for RuPaul's Drag Race, All Stars, All Winners, Social Strategy, Eleganza, Extravaganza, Boots the House Down for Your Nerve, Race.
Yeah.
Episode 7, we are halfway through this season.
Very.
And it feels like the season has been forever, and yet not at all at the same time.
Which is very weird to think about.
Right? And I'm just marveling in the fact that we still only have 2 Drag Race seasons happening at the moment. Because soon that's not going to be the case.
It's going to be 6 in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
We have one weekend where there are 4 episodes of Drag Race over 3 days.
Oh my god.
Content!
The week of what is it? The weekend of July 30th and 31st. Buckle the fuck up, friends.
Oh Lord.
Because it's the finale of All Stars, All Winners, Boots the House Down, Legendary Legend Star, Eleganza, Extravaganza, Boots the House Down,
Survivor.
Race. Well, Survivor will not be Survivor will be in full swing. Oh, Survivor is also a part of this. Correct. You are correct. But Survivor South Africa will also be in full swing at that point, so that'll be fun. But it's the finale of All Stars 7, the premiere of Down Under, which, oh Lord, I can't wait to talk about. Plus, we're going to be mid-season for France and Canada.
Oh, Canada.
I think based on the way things are going, I think we'll be towards the end of France and towards the beginning of Canada.
Canada. Probably, because it'll be 5, because that's
I think it's episode 6 of France and episode 3 or 4 of Canada. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's maths.
That's about right. Yeah, that's about right.
It's somewhere around there. But yeah. So that'll be, I mean, we all kind of knew we were going to come to an impasse where we were going to have a lot of Drag Race, and here we are. I don't know if we're going to have a week with 4 episodes again this year.
Well,
but
we'll see
next
where...
year, count on it.
Yeah, we'll see where Belgique, Sverg, and Italia lie, and UK 4.
Well, because I think we're getting UK 4 this year because it's filmed. We're getting Philippines. I think we're getting Thailand this year, and then Canada's Drag Race, Canada versus the world.
Legendary Legend Star All Stars Drag 5 Best Friend Race.
Very that.
There's a lot of Drag Race.
There's a lot of Drag Race. And you know what? We're going to be here to cover every single damn episode. Just to say that we did. Because that's an accomplishment in itself. But Brandon, you were not with us last week for the girl groups. What did you think of the challenge?
Very interesting. And I was like, I thought it was going to be a different winner.
Who did you think?
Monet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Monet and Yvie. That was
baby, I'm your baby. Maybe you're my baby. Love you forever, never, maybe.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Vivienne's verse was fine, but I didn't think that should have won.
No.
Listen, her verse might have sounded fine to everyone across the pond, but I know everyone watching from the UK was cringing. Like, it was painful.
Yeah,
She was like, let me reduce my entire nationality down to a bunch of cliches for the haha American audience likes this.
I mean, Americans are simple. So,
very.
As we saw this last week. Speaking of, I talked about it in our France review. Abortion resources will be in the description below because fuck the Supreme Court. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that today, but we acknowledge it.
As Madonna once famously said, I have thought about blowing up the White House many times.
Well,
moving on.
Sure. So we come back into the workroom. The Viv won the Dolly Parton lip sync last week, blocking Jinkx again. And Jinkx comes back into the workroom, and she's a little pressed. She's a little upset. She's irritated, in her words.
Irritated.
I don't blame her.
First person to be blocked twice. 3
challenge wins, 2 stars, and the first person to be blocked twice. So,
but, I mean, as we end up seeing, this was not the challenge to block Jinkx on.
No, and that's why I love the fact that we don't know they don't know what the challenge is going to be the next week. Because I think Viv literally says at some point, had I known it was a design challenge, I would have blocked anybody else.
Mm.
And that's where it's kind of an advantage and a disadvantage now for Jinkx, because we'll talk about it, but she kind of gets to do like whatever she wants in a challenge that's really not her strength. And someone like the Essence of Hall is continuing to skate through a little bit and, doing her successful things. So, but we will talk about all of that. We come into the workroom the next day and we get a Rue message, which I don't remember us getting this season much. We got one for the first episode, and then I don't remember us getting another one.
I think this is the third?
It hasn't been every episode. That I know for sure.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't listen to RuPaul, so it's hard to remember.
Valid. I will say RuPaul looked like RuPaul this week, so I appreciated it. I was like, "Oh, RuPaul is back!" Hey,
and not someone who walked through a thrift shop trying to impersonate Tenderoni,
and not MC Hammer's #1 fan,
aka Tenderoni,
aka Tenderoni. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Love you, Tenderoni.
Love you, Tenderoni. Should you ever see this, Tenderoni, I love you. But we find out that RuPaul's been using Pinterest, y'all. And I'm like,
in 2022?
What is this Pinterest sponsorship that we're getting today?
Honestly.
It's almost as bad as Drag Race France being sponsored by Tinder.
You know what it is actually as bad as? When they, season 13, when they were sponsored by those really ugly handbags.
Oh my god, I remember that. And then they had to use the handbags on the runway. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Oh God.
because
Now
Denali was
you
just there.
almost making me choking on my water when I heard Tinder was the sponsor for Drag Race France.
It's not a lie. Like, part of the grand prize for Drag Race France is a week-long trip sponsored by Tinder.
Interesting.
A supply of makeup by MAC Cosmetics and a week-long trip to Doncaster. No.
It's
Not Doncaster.
It's some island in the Caribbean, I think. Don't fact check me on that. I'm probably wrong. But they also don't receive any physical money, is the thing.
Okay, noted. Yeah.
But
The crown's worth 40k though.
Yeah, the crown and scepter is worth 40,000 euros. So
okay, work.
It's not a bad trade-off. It's definitely not the worst grand prize in Drag Race history. Thank you, Holland.
Listen, yeah, there we go. I would rather have the expensive dress that I could sell on than get a shout out with Wow Presents that no one's gonna watch. Show of hands, who's watching Tarting Around with Lawrence Chaney?
I love it.
Okay, what was the one that Vivienne did? Exactly. Has Crystal done one? No, who cares?
No. Viv turned hers into the Trump and Thatcher thing with Baga. She said, Baga, you didn't win. Come be on my Wow Presents show anyway. And then Tarting Around just got released. So I think, like, had COVID not been a thing, I feel like we would have gotten it a lot sooner. But I feel like because there's just so many, like, things in place, like, I'm interested to see when Crystal gets to do hers. And I'm going to watch it because I want her to get money. But, like, but no, Tarting Around. I like Crystal Versace. Anyway, I'm 2 episodes into Tarting Around, and I kind of like it. But
then again, Lawrence is the most likable of all the Drag Race UK winners.
Yes.
Very.
Speaking of winners, this season.
Hey, transition. But yeah, so RuPaul's using Pinterest. She definitely created her own Pinterest board.
Very that.
Absolutely. And so for this week's Legendary Legend Challenge, the Legendary Legend winners are tasked with creating Legendary Legend looks based on Legendary Legend looks from RuPaul's infinite arsenal of Zaldi looks. And I just have to say, it is a crime that Zaldi was not a guest judge on this episode. Don't get me wrong. We will talk about icon, legend, and star Betsy Johnson for a very long time. But I was like, where the fuck is Zaldi?
What is Zaldi?
Like, he's been a guest judge, I think, 2 or 3 times at this point, and he's a great guest judge. And if these queens are literally recreating his looks, why don't we have him here?
Do you know what's a Legendary Legend look I would have loved to have seen?
I was about to ask that, so I appreciate you.
Oh. I was going to say...
Eris, what Legendary Legend look would you like to have seen?
Oh, see, I was going to be flippant and list one of my least favorite looks ever. But, you know, I'll do that and then I'll list one that I love. So the one I was jokingly going to say was RuPaul's look for camp at the Met Gala, where it was that giant suit.
Bitch, no.
Exactly. However, if I was going to say a look I would love to have seen recreated, it's the fully Ugg boot outfit from Down Under.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that look.
Yes.
Okay.
Brandon, what about you?
Oh, this is hard because I don't really, like, analyze a lot of Ru's looks, unfortunately. Oh, God. You're gonna have to get back to me on this because, like,
fair.
This is.
I have a couple, and watching the pit stop actually validated my opinion because Willow Pill talked about this look. It's the one from season 7 where Ru has the afro and it's the day glow dress with her like silhouette on it.
Oh yeah, for John Waters.
It was the ugliest dress ever runway. I don't know how they would have recreated that. I guess just like provided like
Actually-
black and then like neon fabrics, probably.
Actually, of all the looks, why wasn't the Start Your Engines RuPaul, like the literal picture we see of RuPaul at the beginning of every episode, not a choice? That makes more sense than the Down Under promo.
Yeah, so we end up with well, we'll talk about the looks in a second. I will say there's another one that I really, really love, and it's what I think it was season 14, actually. So it wouldn't have been able to be done on this one. But it's the one where RuPaul is wearing that like rainbow ombre crimped like caftan.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I would have loved to see a recreation of that look. And then the other one that I was actually really excited to see, and we'll talk about how it turned out, was the Despies look, because that's one of my favorite RuPaul looks as well.
Okay. Now I'm thinking back. 2 looks from season 9.
Oh.
The promo, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the episode before the finale that she wore.
Which one was that?
It was like this. It was like this. I'm trying to remember the outfit. It was like
I just
black
rewatched season 9 too. I should.
It was like black and red. It was like a black and red outfit.
Oh yes,
yeah, that's that one.
Yeah.
I also would have loved her chartreuse look from, I think it's the season 10 finale.
Actually, do you know what's a really iconic look that they should have done? RuPaul on Project Runway.
But not Project Runway Room.
No.
I would have cried, screamed, and thrown up had Project Runway Room showed up. But anyway.
All Weakest Link.
We got a decent selection of like good and iconic and stupid looks from RuPaul, which I did appreciate. But so because she won the lip sync last week, Viv gets to pick her look first. She picks the Despies look, which for her I understood out of this lineup.
It wouldn't have been what I would have gone for, but yeah.
It wouldn't have been what I would have gone for either. But she then also gets to pick the next person to go. She picks the Tuck, and the Tuck chooses the season 8 promo. Which is a good look. The season 8 promo is one of my favorites. I also wouldn't have been mad had they done all promos.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, give me the oh yeah, Brandon, you were saying the season 9, the Naomi Smalls ripoff.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, give me that one. But so the Tuck, to nobody's surprise, picks Monet. Monet, to nobody's surprise, picks the Face Kini, which I was gagged they included.
It is honestly an iconic look.
Yes.
Because the internet went into meltdown over it, and it was like, normally if Ru has a good look or a bad look, there's like a little bit of talk about it.
Yeah.
This was the beginning of this more recent era of RuPaul where she's stopped wearing gowns all the time.
Yeah.
Even though this was a gown. But it was really different for RuPaul, so there was a lot of clamor about it. So I'm glad to see it.
Well,
it's what I would have chose.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to touch on something really quick because I don't really think we need to go through all of the workroom Ru moments because there's not a whole lot that stands out other than Ru being like, yes, you do that. That sounds great. Work, girl. Work the world. I want to acknowledge, and this goes back to my running conspiracy theory about the Face Kini look, because when RuPaul's in the workroom with Monet talking about the Face Kini look, Monet is like, well, this was an iconic moment for me in my Drag Race career. And RuPaul responds with, was it?
No.
RuPaul was not there. That was not RuPaul. I will die on that hill.
No, honestly, RuPaul I don't think RuPaul pays any attention on Drag Race at all.
Well, because he can't remember Jinkx Monsoon's name at DragCon.
No, I have a story. Ben Logan was telling a story related to how RuPaul forgot Jinkx's name.
Mm-hmm.
On the first day of All Stars 3, when Ru was talking open after they'd just done reading is fundamental, he looked at Shangela and said, "Haven't you been here before?"
Oh.
It's All Stars here!
Well, hello, Lou. Could this be?
Oh boy. Hashtag retire the Supreme Court. Hashtag retire RuPaul. That's all I have to say.
It's the coffee enema for me.
Yes.
Coffee.
Exactly.
Also, I'm very glad this is a mug from a state that didn't have a trigger ban on abortion. I had to make sure and look it up because Michigan does not, thankfully.
Michigan.
I guess Stan Michigan. I don't know. Anyway,
To an extent.
Stan
Sure.
Michigan sounds like the name Nintendo would give an American character in one of their poorly translated early video games.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. And also Eminem, so Stan. With Stan. So, anyways.
Sure. Monet then picks Shea. Shea picks the season 5 sugar ball look, which I was thoroughly upset for Shea when she finds out later that there's no textile, there's no print for the leopard print.
Silly.
I thought that was so dumb. I'm like,
I think
offer up print. Like, not everything has to be solid fabric.
it feels like a setup.
Yeah.
It felt like a setup.
I mean, we'll talk about Shea's look because
Yes.
iconic. Shea then picks the Essence of Hall, who goes with the Diana Ross tribute look. Jaida then picks Yvie, and Yvie picks Supermodel of the World, which is what Raja wanted, which is probably what I would have picked.
That's actually a point. Why wasn't the iconic Bob Mackie dress with the wings for the MTV PMAs an option?
Maybe that would have been too difficult to like translate into different fabrics. Is kind of what
I would have put that there over the season 7 promo.
Well, I think with the season 7 promo, so Yvie gets Supermodel of the World, chooses Jinkx. Jinkx picks the Drag Race Down Under promo look, which leaves Raja with the season 7 promo. And we see with her collection, it's just a lot of like white and silver fabrics. I think I might agree with you, Eris. I think you could have translated that into the Bob Mackie look. But then it's like, oh, we're seeing another set of wings on the runway, probably. And I don't know if it would have lived up to any of the prior winged looks that we've seen on Drag Race.
Yeah.
I don't know. It also could be getting the rights to the photos from VH1. I don't know. Because of the Paramount Plus era of All Stars, I'm not really sure. Like, are these all the looks they could have gotten? Because I also would have loved the short hair red promo look. I don't remember what season that's from.
See, I thought that was Down Under, but apparently that was purple.
I thought it was UK.
How short was the hair?
It might have been UK. Actually, did RuPaul do? I know they did a Christmas promo for Drag Race UK season 2. Did RuPaul have an outfit for that? I'm beginning to wonder if it was that.
I don't remember, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Oh, they should have. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Another one that I couldn't remember. I couldn't place it. The Drag Race UK season 3 promo, where Ru is in the blue polka dot look with the blonde. I would have loved to see that too.
Ooh,
that's
okay. Yeah.
Because I like that RuPaul look, but was it season 2? No, season 2 was a bodysuit? What the fuck? Okay. She's literally wearing a red bodysuit.
Which season is this?
UK2.
Oh.
She's wearing like an incredibly basic. Then was it season 13? I don't remember. Anyway, so
it couldn't
that's
have,
who
it couldn't have been 13.
I'm gonna look it up really quick. Anyway, workroom things happen. Not everything needs to be highlighted, but I did want to point out a few things. One being the setup of Shea Coulee, because as she's getting her fabric, she realizes she doesn't have any sort of print. And the money ball, or not the money ball, the sugar ball look is all print, and that's a Bob Mackie. That also, or she saved it for Bob Mackie or something like that. So that might be why they didn't do the Bob Mackie wings look. But I thought it was so inventive for her to be like, you know what? There's no like real stakes in this challenge. I can't go home. I'm going to make my own textile. This challenge, more than any other design challenge on any other season, felt so Project Runway to me. And I loved it. Because I love Project Runway. So this for me was like, it was everything.
Agreed.
I mean, hey, she thought outside the box and it worked out. And we'll talk about that.
We definitely will. Can we talk about Jinkx Monsoon and her full mental breakdown?
Yep.
Oh, she was just cackling in the corner of the room by the end of the night because she glued everything to that poor fucking bodysuit and didn't stretch out first. Rule of hot glue number 1, you've got to make sure it fits you.
Yeah.
Like me watching that, I was just like, same, Jinkx, same.
As a drag queen who has a proficiency in gluing shit to my body, don't glue it when it's not stretched. No. That's how you end up with like the pheromone Little Mermaid bra from season 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
From the glowing Shakarazzi. Sorry.
No, you're all good. No, it was definitely interesting. Because Jinkx is also blocked, so it's kind of like I honestly would want to be blocked on my like worst challenge, and this more so.
No risk. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly. I thought she ended up. I mean, we'll talk about her look. I thought she ended up with something pretty half decent,
serviceable.
Completely. I cannot find this look that I'm thinking of, so I'm just gonna ignore it. But
baby, you're my baby.
We also see the twinners talking their strategy as they do, talking about like who they would block, this, that, and the third. They discuss the idea of blocking Jinkx again.
Evil.
And the Tuck is like, I can't block Jinkx. And Monet is like, I could. And that's truly the like social strategy fan in Monet being like, I'd do it again. Sure.
Because she knows that Jinkx is probably the biggest competition there at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They also discuss the idea of blocking Jaida, blocking Yvie, because they both have 2 stars. It's an interesting dynamic. We'll talk about when we end up with the legendary Legend stars where we're at, because it's a lot. 7 episodes in. Like, something dramatic is going to have to happen in order for things to change.
Very.
We need another twist like they did where you get 2 stars and they get to give one away. I would like to see them get 2 stars to keep and then 1 to give away.
I definitely think there's going to be some sort of like multiple star situation in a future episode. But then it's like, if there is, it's like, well, then what's the point of the rest of the challenges?
I feel like there's probably going to be something at the semi-final. Something right before And they're probably not going to tell them who got as many stars right before the finale.
Well, then it's like, what challenge would you do for that then? A remix? Again?
No. Or maybe it'll be like, I'm trying to think. You get a star because you won the most mini challenges this season, or you got a star because you didn't get plunged, or you got a star because you got plunged the most.
Like superlative stars?
Again, the literal Mario Party of it all, getting both stars at the very end.
Right. RuPaul's Mario Party race, honestly.
Start your engines, RuPaul's Mario Party race. Let's go.
That's gonna be in the end of the year clip. I can already tell. Yep. Should we talk about the looks?
Yes, let's do it.
Well, before we do, we have to talk about Betsy fucking Johnson.
Betsy Johnson.
Betsy fucking. I love this woman. My roommate, when we were watching, had not a fucking clue who she was.
Me neither.
Really?
Please enlighten me, because she seems like a lot of fun.
She's an American designer, so she's in the same sort of sphere of influence as like Michael Kors. That's not a great comparison, but like Christian Siriano, kind of like
so up there, but not Jean-Paul Gaultier, like just a tier below.
She would be like the tier below Jean-Paul Gaultier for me.
Valid.
She's known for very wild, eccentric, like designs. And I just love her. I've seen interviews with her before, where she's just so fun. And she's kind of known for her signature hair, which I heard apparently, I don't know if this is true, but Gigi Goode did her hair for that episode.
That I did not know.
I don't know that necessarily to be 100% true, but that's what I heard. And if that's the case, that's fierce. But just to like pop up a couple.
Oh! I love all this.
Yeah, so she's very your style, Eris, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, now it's not Logan.
Loud with very angry silhouettes.
Pretty much. Loud, angry, colorful. Yeah, I love Betsy Johnson. I love her designs. I'm like very inspired by her as an artist myself. But yeah, she's phenomenal. I was gagged. And the fact that in 1 week we had Betsy Johnson and Jean-Paul Gaultier on Drag Race.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out our Drag Race France review, where we talk about Jean-Paul Gaultier for a while. And also Miss
did.
And also Miss Universe.
That too. Can we talk about that split she did at the when they said with extra special guest judge, and then split Betsy Johnson.
And then in Untucked we find out she hurt her ankle.
Not this.
She literally had to be like, she got carried out of the workroom by a hot PA. One of my favorite moments of the season. But
honestly,
let's talk about these. Go ahead.
Has Jeremy Scott been on Drag Race as a guest judge?
I want to say yes, but I don't remember.
I think so. Season 8?
Oh, yeah. He has. He wore a crown for some reason.
I do remember that.
The way that I actually remember
and
that.
A pink suit.
Oh, he was wearing the pink suit with no shirt and the crown. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yes.
I still want Michael Kors as a guest judge on Drag Race. Like, I want Michael Kors for the ball.
Because he would be heinous.
And I would love every moment of it.
Please, let's get him all Law Roach.
Yes. Fuck it, Laomi. Bring Laomi on Drag Race.
No, because she would shit on everyone for their nogs.
She would
It
shit
was
on
not a
everyone
vote, it
for
was no.
everything, including RuPaul.
Honestly. Oh my
Anyway, category is Legendary Legend Looks. First up, Yvette Nicole Oddly,
Slay.
serving Supermodel of the World.
I love the pants. I want the pants.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how she like reversed it, where because the pants was I think the cape and then the cape were the pants.
I thought that was so smart and so creative.
Mm-hmm.
She flipped that thing upside down and reversed it.
If she had not just made a shawl out of this tulle layered fabric, I think she could have won this challenge.
Yeah, I didn't like the tulle either. I think I don't know what else she could have done.
I don't dislike it necessarily, but like when she's talking in the workroom with Rue, she talks about this like big ruffle idea. And I feel like honestly, if she had done something similar to what Shea did, we'll talk about it. I think that would have been a lot more effective, and I think she could have had a shot to be in the top.
I do love that she scalped Joey J and is now wearing her hair.
Oh my god.
Not this.
No, I actually liked the wig.
I like the wig.
It gives me Pink, the woman.
Yes.
In the best possible way. I actually like the little bustier moment. And like obviously it seems like she ran out of time because she spent 5,000 years on these pants, which are everything. And I hope she wears in her everyday life because I also want them. But it's disappointing because I really thought Yvie could have been in the top for this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like a couple people ran out of time. But we'll talk about it. But my cup for Yvette Nicole Oddly is going to be at like a 75.
My cup's full.
This is a toot.
Oh, are you still doing that?
Yes.
Gross.
Oh, you're
Sorry.
still doing that.
Sorry. Again, I wasn't here last week, so I don't know what you were gonna like.
We have a standardized system now. It's basically like half full, or like a percentage.
Okay,
As we'll
I can
get to empty.
I can agree with the 75 then. So
Party. Let's talk about the Virginia Compromise. I had to think of one. I was like, what was that thing called? Oh yeah, the Virginia Compromise. I hate this because it's literally the same fucking look, just ruched.
Yeah.
Very.
Give it up, delicious. You look like RuPaul.
Well, and like the thing is, I think it was Monet it was either Monet or Shea in the workroom, I think to RuPaul, that was like, I want to take inspiration from this, so I want to make it to where my outfit and the original could be in the same runway show. And that's such a smart way to look at it. And it just looks, this look just looked like she recreated it.
Correct.
So with that said, my cup is going to be at like 15 because clearly it's a well-constructed garment.
My cup's empty.
I'll give it like 10 to 15%.
Fair. Let's talk about Shea Coulee making her own fucking textile.
Okay, I've had thoughts about this entire week. This is flawless, apart from I wish the pink pants were the same material that the bustier and like the black part of the sleeves is made out of. So it looked like a black leather catsuit all the way down, and then with this ruching on the side, I thought that would have been really hot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for me, the only thing I would have, like, What I would have done to elevate this and sort of bring everything together, had she had time, I would have loved to see leopard spots on the pants.
Yeah.
Even if it's
yeah.
not like all over, I would have loved maybe like a stripe down the side. I think that would have added some angularity to it. It would have added something different to the look. I still thought this was really well done, but it also definitely seemed like she ran out of time, and she kind of talks about it in depth. Like, the textile took a lot longer for her to make than she had intended. And so because of that, she ends up with a basic pink legging, essentially, on the bottom of this otherwise like really, really great Thelma and Louise look. But with that said, my cup is going to be at 80 for Shea today. I still really like this.
Yeah, my cup's going to be a good 85.
Around the same. Yeah, like I think is it a bow? Like, it looks like a boa to me, or like the like I feel like that could have been more fuller, if I'll be honest. But of course, the textile took a lot longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, 80, 85.
Yeah,
It's
like still it's well constructed.
I feel like I'm taking your numbers, basically.
It happens. Let's talk about the tag.
I hate her, but she looks amazing.
Yeah. This wasn't my personal favorite. And honestly, the only reason why is because this does not feel inventive whatsoever for Trinity. Like, this, even though it's not a train, this feels like something that she's given before.
Is it because it's a gown?
Yeah, I don't know. I just would have loved something a little bit different. I think it was Michelle. It was either Michelle or it was somebody on the pit stop. Was like, I would have loved if she had brought the A-line up to like the waist and just did this like big flouncy who's the fucking designer? Kind of similar to what Gigi Goode did for the Black Wedding.
Ooh, yeah.
Like that sort of silhouette in this like pastel blue. I think that would have been really, really cute and inventive, but still keeping the homage to the original look. But I can't fault this technically in any way because she looks fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like I was watching this, I was just like, damn, that is a good look on Trinity. Like
she did the damn thing. I can't, like, my cup is full. I can't fault this.
She looked really good. She looked perfect from head to toe, and I couldn't really change anything about it. She looked like Princess Di.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vivienne.
Oop. And I oop. Well, I'm glad we're all in agreement about our dislike for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to Raja.
Roger.
It's a no for me.
No, it's a no, dog.
Yeah, same. Like I really wanted to like this, but like
I was
like,
so
this doesn't
excited.
seem complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so excited because it was a design challenge. I was like, oh, Raj is gonna like make something incredible. And then yeah, I mean
Like the thing is, it is very similar to the original look. I'll say that. But at the same time, like this whole body thing, like it's was this an attempt on like some type of fringe she was trying to do?
Yeah, so she ends up in the workroom, like immediately. The first thing we see from Raja in the workroom is her, as she says, making like pasta out of this fabric, out of this like white, silvery fabric. And then she ends up, when she's talking to Rue, she has these like braids. And I was like, that would have been a really cool idea if it had just been a bunch of braids. And then just like have the braids start as like a bustier, maybe make something structured, like hot glue them together potentially. And then if you have them long enough, just structured bustier, and then the braids are kind of like flowing out, maybe like unbraid them at the bottom, so you get this like fringe, like almost ombre, but like textural ombre, if that makes any sense. Like a structured bodice into this like flowing braided fabric situation. I think that would have been really cute. But instead we get this very maximalist structured top, confusing middle.
It's just a lot, and the length of the shoe didn't help because it just kind of makes her look like she's built like someone made a doll using a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Like, for something like this to work, where it's more of a blob in the center, we need to be able to see Raja's legs, and she put the boot equivalent of a kneecap on her legs, so we can see
the boot's
nothing.
all the way up to the thigh. So
Yeah.
it's like
And
that's what I did not like about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true to the original, which I do appreciate, but yeah, it's
a no from me, dog.
It's like a 30.
Yeah, 25, 30.
There's a 25 here.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because I really wanted Raja to get another win.
Roger.
Let's talk about Jinxie. She's blocked. She made this herself.
This photo is hateful.
I know.
Look at the expression Jinkx is making.
I know.
Speaking of hateful, the entire garment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot better than the Nightmare in Purple we got the first design challenge. Albeit it's not much of an improvement.
No. I mean, I think Michelle said it best. We always end up back at the saloon.
Jinkx has sewn better things, or like made better things on season 5 than Jinkx is currently making on All Stars 7.
Yeah.
Like the candy ball outfit, much better than this. The what was it?
Oh, her turquoise situation.
Yeah, that was lovely, gal, compared to this.
Yeah, it's like a...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the purples is just like surprisingly clashing, even though it's supposed to be like together in some type of way.
This is also her third or fourth purple look.
I know. I was gonna say that too. I was just like,
and while I do appreciate a branding in purple a la Raja O'Hara.
Okay, but 2 of these purple looks have not been the choice of Jinkx.
And that's why I was surprised that she picked the Down Under promo. Because she could have gone with something completely different and gone with the season 7 promo. I think if she had had more choices, she wouldn't have picked this.
Well, it was a choice. My cup's empty.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Same. And also her lips in this makeup, like, it's too small for me.
The makeup was a choice, but again, like, she's blocked. Like, this isn't her challenge. Try something new, sure. Like, I'm not mad at that. I also will say this is the first time we have not seen her in any form of ginger.
Oh, yeah.
In a while.
She, this season.
No, she was blonde for whatever happened
Dolly.
to Baby Jane. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Oh, true.
Fonda.
One of
okay.
the few times.
One of the few times.
I will say she posted a photo on Instagram with a like ginger updo, and it didn't make the look better, but it made everything a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah.
So.
And she's giving a little Lady Camden in the mouth.
Not that.
Not that.
Let's talk about the essence of Hall.
Oh my god.
She looked gorgeous.
Perfection.
Truly.
Perfection.
Truly. Like, this is just a masterpiece. I love that the original tribute was like a 70s look and she went 60s Diana Ross. The hair just brings it all together.
I've missed
shape, the cutout, perfect.
I've missed Jaida in some good pageant hair. It's been too long.
Right.
Because I feel like we haven't actually seen Akira get... Not Akira, fucking hell. We haven't actually seen Jaida get pageant ear all this season.
No. No, not really. She's kind of taken this, like...
fashion.
edgier approach, a la what the Tuck ended up doing kind of on All Stars 4. Which I do appreciate in a pageant queen. But yeah, this is just perfect.
Are we allowed to do overflowed?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. My cup is overflowed because, again, this was just perfection for me.
It's a strong 95 for me.
My cup is going to be full. I think there are a few stylistic choices she could have made that would have put it over the top for me. But it's a great look from Jaida. Last up, we're going to talk about Monet Exchange, who made a hat. She made a hat.
8 left no crumbs. I loved it. I thought she looked wonderful. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I thought she looked wonderful.
This is my favorite look of the week.
Thank you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
She made a hat.
Made a hat, face bikini, like this whole bodysuit, like.
What even gets me is Monet doesn't even pad. That's just her ass.
That's just corseting in her ass, yeah.
I wish.
I don't love this nearly as much as y'all do. I will say I appreciate the face bikini and I appreciate the hat. The fact that she made a hat. But at the end of the day, it's a bodysuit with a corset.
Okay, but she made a hat.
Sure. But it's a bodysuit and a corset.
She made a hat.
I do like the mixing of these wild textiles that end up kind of working together a little bit.
Which is part of the reason why I love this so much.
Yeah. My cup is going to be at like 75 because I think it was a really, really good look. But for me, it's a bodysuit corset.
My cup's full.
Yeah, this is also full / overflowed for me.
Fair. I was like, I know there's one look that we're all going to disagree on a little bit, so I just kind of figured it would be Monet's. So Brandon, you said Monet was your favorite of the week?
Yes.
Eris?
Don't make me say it.
I'm going to make you.
Truck.
I was gonna say that, so I appreciate that you said it instead.
Oh,
I will go ahead. So to be different, I will go ahead and give Jaida her props again. And I'm gonna say Jaida.
For a moment I thought you were gonna get Eris on the call.
Not that. But we do find out that the winners of this week's challenge are Jaida and the Tuck. I agree.
I might have switched Jaida for Monet.
I might have switched.
Jaida.
Yeah. I might have switched Shea with the Tuck. Based on my personal preferences, not looking at the construction of the garment.
Yeah, my top two were honestly Monet and Shea for this. Honestly, I thought that was going to be.
Monet and Shea were also designated to be. Yeah, Monet and Shea were designated to be in the top, which I did appreciate. It's just kind of wild that they're. Yeah, it's kind of wild that they're both fading in, not into the background necessarily, but they haven't been able to get a win since episode 1.
Since the first week.
This is Shea Coulee. Like,
look at the edges she snatched today. It's wild.
No, but I do.
We'll talk about next week's challenge because I do think Shea.
It's so weird when we talk over each other like that.
Right. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I do agree with Jaida and Tuck being the top two. I just felt that this should have been Monet and Shea again. Like, I really thought.
And I need Monet and Shea to
look instead we get this.
Nope.
Go ahead.
I need Monet and Shea to lip sync to a song that isn't fucking Old MacDonald. Like, we had a Lizzo song this season and got the whitest lip sync we've ever seen. And there was only one white person up on that stage.
Yeah. Instead, we get the same winners as the ball, which is the first time that's happened this season, which I thought was interesting. Mm-hmm. This also marks, I have to give props and congratulations to the Tuck for being the first person to win 10 maxi challenges on Drag Race. She has 10. That's an accomplishment.
No, if Ben de la Creme hadn't quit All Stars 3.
I think she has 8. 7 or 8. But anyway, we get Jaida and the Tuck lip syncing to "I Want Love" by Jessie J, a great song.
Love it. It's nice to see Jessica J here on Drag Race. I'm waiting for the day Jessie J is a guest judge because I feel like if she is, she'll probably be on UK.
Well, and so
I would love to see it.
Oop, is Logan frozen?
I would cry, scream, and throw up.
I honestly think Who's Laughing Now would be a brilliant Drag Race lip sync. I still remember when they used to play that in anti-bullying assemblies at school, so...
Not that.
Ruin a great song by associating it with Sherburne High School.
No. I thought this was the first Jessie J lip sync, and I got really excited. And then I remembered that it was a lip sync song on UK versus the World.
Which Jessie J song? Oh, yeah.
Domino.
And also, yeah. And also Bang
Again,
Bang.
Again, Domino was long overdue to become a lip sync song. So I was glad that UK versus the World finally did that. So...
And of course, of all people, it's Mo Heart and Bag of Chips.
I know. But hey, I like the song
I thought
choice.
this was the best. Yeah, I thought this was the best lip sync of this season, honestly.
Yeah. I'm hoping we start to get better lip sync matchups, and also better songs. I love Ella Fitzgerald, but
I think this is really good.
I just think there's better songs to do than Old MacDonald, even though I think Shea and Monet did the best they could with that song. And I just think there's been a lot of disappointing lip syncs this season so far.
Did you think this one was disappointing?
No, this was a good lip sync. So I'm glad to see it start turning around.
The one moment, though, in this entire lip sync when...
The ass eating.
Yes. I was just like, the
The
hell?
Oh, sort of unrelated, but also kind of not. Did we see that Julia Fox fully ripped off Jaida's one of Jaida's looks from the season? The sort of I'm trying to remember what the runway was for. It was when she looked like Trinity from Matrix, when she had the long braids and she was wearing like the dark red leather.
That was pleather.
Pleather, there we go. The pleather principal runway. Julia Fox has fully ripped off that look.
I saw.
Fully. Like, be inspired, do what you want, be creative, but drop a tag. Credit.
Right.
Did you make this outfit? I stole it from Jaida. Yeah.
Not that. So we do find out that the tuck wins the lip sync. I genuinely think it could have gone either way.
I think Jaida had it in the first half, Tuck stole it in the second.
I think I agree.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, same. Mm-hmm.
So the tuck wins, and she blocks Yvie.
No.
Sadly expected this.
So only Roger and Jaida haven't been blocked now. Roger's getting overlooked, and Jaida, I think, is playing a smart enough game to avoid getting the block.
Jada's the first queen with 3 stars.
I feel like Jaida could be in for getting blocked possibly next week. I think next time Jaida is available to be blocked, Jaida will be blocked. Probably. Yeah. And I feel like Raj is probably going to go the rest of the season without being blocked.
I think so too.
I think they're counting her out at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do we have any idea on who we think the top 4 is going to be?
I think I would say Jinkx, Jaida, Tuck, and I think the 4th slot could be honestly anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Same.
Exactly there with you. Jinkx, Tuck. Who else did you say? Jinkx. Oh yeah, Jinkx, Tuck, Jaida, and Monet.
I could see that. I think the last spot could easily go to Monet, could go to Shea. If Yvie, Raja, and Viv step up their game, it could go to one of them. But I don't know. It's an interesting turn of events. We are moving into next week, which is an acting challenge. Which begs the question for me, what other challenges do we think we're getting?
Are we going to get a 3rd Snatch game? I hope not.
This.
I think it's going to be... I'm surprised we haven't had a Rusical yet.
I could see a Rusical.
But then I'm trying to think... I'm trying to think what other, like...
Branding. We haven't had a branding challenge.
See. So
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that in an upcoming challenge. So
it could be like branding, Rusical. Will they pull a Drag Race Down Under and do a talent show for the semifinal?
Actually, there is a list of all the episodes. Well, what the title of all the episodes are.
Oh, I did see that.
There is one. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it does involve Kennedy Davenport in the title of the episode, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it was like the Kennedy Davenport Center Honors. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know, but...
It's supposed to be a play. It's probably a play on the Kennedy Center, like the Kennedy Center Honors.
Yeah, but then what does that entail?
That's fancy language for a farm girl. I learned a few things in the big
Okay,
city.
okay. Here. Okay, so we have the list. So this next episode is Santa's School for Girls. Episode 9 is Dance Like Drag Queen. Not Dance
Willing to
Like
bet that's
a
a
Drag
musical.
Queen. It's musical, dance challenge, whatever. Episode 10 is the Kennedy Davenport Center Honors Hall of Shade. So it's a roast.
Yes!
Ooh, okay.
I love that.
Yes.
I love Kennedy.
And then episode 11 is the Drag Race Gives Back Variety Extravaganza. So it is
There's
a
a
talent
talent
show.
show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you,
So the
Watch
two
that.
nods to Down Under. The two nods to Down Under.
Not that.
Sadly.
Watch they give out like an extra star for the talent show.
Honestly.
Probably.
And then episode 12 is the Lip Sync Lollapalooza SmackDown. So there we go. I'm interested. So it's acting, dance,
Roast.
talent show.
Talent show.
I'm sad we're not getting a musical.
I'm willing to bet that dance with drag queens thing is possibly a musical, but we'll see.
I hope it is.
Because I feel like it wouldn't make sense to not have a musical for all winners
Especially with this cast.
of like almost all musical winners.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Let's see.
Jinkx didn't do one.
They didn't exist back
Or
then.
no, Jinkx did one. Jinkx didn't win. Viv didn't do one.
Viv didn't do one. Yvie was placed high in the Trump musical.
Yeah, Jinkx was high, I believe, for the RuPaul biography one, the first one that they did.
Yeah, the ballet, RuPaul ballet.
I was gonna say, was that Shade the musical? Or
No, that was season 6.
No. Ballet was 5, and then Shade was 6.
Shea won the Kardashian musical, if I recall.
I forgot about the Kardashian musical.
Black China.
What was the season 10 musical?
Pharma musical.
No.
Farm.
Oh yeah, season 10. I meant Jaida season, not season 12. Yeah.
Oh, it was
12 was Madonna.
Madonna. And Jaida did very well in that challenge. I don't think she was high.
She was famously robbed.
Well. She was safe. Yeah, she was safe.
After dressing you up in my love, there's only one thing to go. Take it all off.
And Trinity was what, Paris Hilton in the Kardashian musical?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
She was fine. Did we forget somebody? No, that's everybody.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Oh, Raja. Raja didn't do one.
Yeah, we didn't forget Raja because we knew Raja didn't do one. So.
Well, that's because Raja did 3 balls instead.
Literally.
You're like, hey, you have to sew 16 outfits.
Yeah.
And then you have to do a dance number in front of that one Jackson that no one likes.
Latoya?
I love Latoya.
Latoya Jackson is my sleep paralysis demon.
I did want to touch on Untucked really quickly because Betsy Johnson was iconic and got carried out by a hot PA.
Yes.
Betsy Johnson.
I just love all of the queens. Is this the week, Brandon, where Raja's like, everybody should scream? Or was that last week?
That was last week.
Damn it, I forgot to mention that one because I really liked that.
No, no joke, because I was just like, what is happening? But at the same time, why am I living for this?
I'm like, okay, work, Diva.
I want to talk about like this episode specifically, how Betsy was just like fangirling, just period.
Oh yeah.
Like this season in general, like all the judges like love everyone.
I'm like, I appreciate that they got people who are actually fans of the show to do it, and we don't know who the guest judge is for next week. But
Is there one? Shoot, I don't remember. Anyways, I vaguely like saw that next time on RuPaul's Drag Race. Because I was tired because like I had to like.
Santa Claus.
Mhm. But I will say though, like, I don't think I talked about this when Nikki Glazer was on. I was just like, damn, like they're actually getting fans of the show to judge, which we've never seen in a while. And I'm like,
My clitoris is engorged to be here, Rue.
not that.
At least it isn't prolapsed.
Oh boy.
and I
that's a
think this
great-
was yeah, and also this was the longest like Betsy like of all the guests. I think other than Jeffrey Bora Chapman, like Betsy had like the longest out of all the queens, like of what we saw, I believe.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. Yeah, it was most of the Untucked was just Betsy Johnson and everybody freaking out because it's Betsy Johnson, which is valid.
Betsy Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But with that, we will be back next week to talk about episode 8 of RuPaul's Social Strategy Mario Party Boots the House Down Eleganza Extravaganza Race. Thank you for joining. Subscribe, like, and share. All those lovely things. And with that, Betsy Johnson!
Betsy Johnson.
Yes.
It's me, Mario.
Not this.
Mamma mia.